Welcome back, welcome back. Oh my lord. Ladies. Fellas. Let me just tell you. I just met one of the most incredible women that I've met in a long time. Give me a minute. Ugh, shit. Woo, it's about to rain. It's about to rain. So I'm going into work today, right? And I decided to stop at this store that I normally don't stop at. I decide to get a coffee, no, a tea instead of a coffee. First day. Day one, break coffee. Get rid of the caffeine and the sugar. Had a coffee last night, just cream, no sugar. You don't need no sugar, fellas, I'm telling you. All you need is a little bit of cream. But that cream bad for you anyway, because then the mucus, it builds up your mucus, so that defeats the purpose. But the whole point is to get to a little bit of cream, a little slight, no sugar, you know? Bring it back to the old days where coffee was supposed to be drink black. Then it wasn't so bad for you. Anyway, so I switch up my routine. And as I'm get my tea ready and everything, I forgot exactly how the conversation started, but it was started off regular stuff. I always start my conversations with people or women, people in general, light stuff like about the world, and so I get their opinion. And I think I asked something about, I don't even remember what we started talking about. I really can't remember. But I end up saying, which I wish I didn't, that yeah, I do like YouTube and I make videos. And I had a revelation the other day about what's wrong with like men and women. I think there's like a miscommunication. And she goes, "What do you mean?" She goes, "Well," I go, we live in a time where words mean a lot of things to people. Like one word don't mean what it means to you or what it means to me, right? It could literally mean two different things to both of us. But that's what definitions are for. The people that made up words, you don't make words up and don't have a meaning to it. And then that way, everybody that wants to argue over things, you go to the definition. That's why they made, dictionaries. So when someone's mistaken, you don't have to say, "You're dumb and you're stupid." No, you just forgot what that word means. Now, scientists have already proven that majority of things you learn in high school, you're not going to fucking remember. Come on. There's fucking thousands of words to learn. You're not going to remember every definition. Come on, let's give ourselves some credit of being actual regular fucking mortals. And she goes, "Nah, I could see that, because I was a teacher for a couple of years, and the kids are screwed because they're taking out cursive." And I was like, yeah, it's probably because like everything's about to be digital. And she was like, yeah, but you still need to learn how to write, period. She was like, it's part of learning. And I said, nah, you're right. Like, I learned scientifically that writing your thoughts, writing the things you learn help actually cement it into your memory. Just saying it doesn't. Writing it down more than one time will literally burn that in your memory for two reasons. One, you're audio recording it by saying the definition as you write it, and then if you have photographic memory when you write it, and if you take pictures of your brain and you remember the page, well, you can go back and you'll remember exactly what the fuck you wrote down because you're gonna picture it. And then you're just gonna write it, and everybody's gonna be like, yo, how do they always know exactly what everything is? Because he uses photographic memory. He doesn't use his memory. That's how I used to fucking do things. Anyway, so she's telling me about certain little things like that, and she's like, yeah, I also took a couple years of psychology. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I literally see this person sometimes, and I would have never thought that, because I see, other people with the same look or whatever. And I said, thank you. She says, why? I said, because you just taught me a lesson I be teaching all the time on my channel about not judging a book by its cover. And I said, I try not to do it myself, but I know I'm, a person. We all do these things. There's a lot of ways to do something and not realize you're doing it. And I said, I do it too. I know I do. And I don't like when people do it to me. But I don't judge people and like the way they, judge certain books. Like you can, like how women say, if I have a fucking, if I'm wearing this, doesn't mean I'm a slut. I understand that analogy, but you're gonna get what you get for dressing like that. You know what I mean? I understand that too. But, we look at people every day and we will judge them. I judged, I guess, her intellectual level because I never got to see her speak, and most people are not trying to be intelligent no more. So, you just don't expect it as much. But those rare gems are right around the corner sometimes. And that was like impressive. You know what I mean? And I forgot where I said I was seeing something else. It was just really good to actually be able to speak to somebody and have a conversation about shit, like, and them get it. You know what I mean? Have the problem of, you're not a fucking scientist, smart or nothing, but you like to learn about things, And she told me the famous story of talking to a person and they just sit there and go, yeah, yeah, and I said, oh my God. I said, remember when you were younger and you didn't know people were doing it to you, so you just kept looking like a dumbass? And she was like, yo, yeah, that shit's so embarrassing. She said, nah, I just walk away. I said, I'll just say some dumb shit. Like, you heard about sports? You heard about Michael Jordan last night? Knowing damn well he ain't playing right now. You know what I mean? He's retired. I say some shit that makes no sense. That shit was funny though. That shit was really funny. And then it be a woman, you know what I mean? It's not a dude. Like, that shit was dope. It was good to run and have a good fucking 10-minute conversation about not even intelligence. Small conversations about funny things that happen to people that are, a little different from everybody else. That you ain't with the fucking shits. You ain't with the bullshit, Not, I ain't gonna say living that life is bullshit. You're just more, it's yin and yang, baby. I ain't gonna hate on y'all for not wanting to be smart or not wanting to commit fully to whatever. You're not supposed to. You're supposed to live your life and, just not hurt people. As long as you ain't hurting nobody. Lying and stealing, I don't give a fuck what you do. As long as you ain't hurting nobody. You know what I'm saying? But, so I bring up the word. I say one of the biggest problems right now with one word, and it's really stupid, is the word submission. I said I watch a lot of shit online so I can make my videos, right? And I try to break words down or emotions, and sometimes people say certain things and don't know how to say exactly what they mean. And I like to jump in and show people like, yeah, this woman just called you an asshole and this and this and this, but what she really meant to say is, you don't pay attention to me no more. I don't have sex with you anymore because all you do is make me roll over, nigga. Like, when are you gonna act like I'm your wife again? When are you gonna act like I'm your girlfriend? Huh? When are you gonna not treat me like just some $5 fucking hooker you fucking found on the street? Like, nigga, care how long I've been with you, you gonna fucking you're gonna show me some love, like, dudes be forgetting that shit. Oh, my wife won't have sex with me. Well, start treating her like a sex doll, nigga. Act like she's a person. So I say to her, a lot of women have a problem with that word. Like, the word game's fucked up so bad that you could talk to a woman about the man she wants, and then all a man gotta do is say, will you submit to him 100%? And you'll see these women start thinking about it. Some will say no, and they'll give all these dumbass reasons and shit. And I said, women don't understand. Before they ask them the question, they ask them what kind of man they want for a reason, so you can describe him. And then when you describe him, I'm gonna trap you in your own words. See, women think men are stupid, but we're really, 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 really smart and really, really dumb. So when you describe this good man and all this shit, you usually describe him being smarter than you, possessing more than you. And when you look up the definition of submission, it's someone that's weaker giving their will and authority to someone they believe is smarter and stronger because they're smarter and stronger. And I said, yeah, that's incredible. They describe the perfect man to submit to and then have to think, should I submit to him? I have to give him rules and shit. He has to start doing, I gotta give no, if you already, describe the man that's better than you in the ways you want, or not better than you, just this good man, because we're not comparing each other. You describe the man you describe majority as a good man is the man that literally you have no choice but to submit to. You have no choice because of all the qualities you just named. That's the guy that gets submitted to. Duh. And she was like, really? Yeah. But before I said that, right, because I wanted to see where her head was at, I said, what does submission mean to you? Most impressive answer I've ever fucking heard in my life. She says submission is, letting your man lead and actually helping him so he can lead. Submitting to a man is me doing what I'm doing to do the right thing in my life, so that he can provide for me. I'm submitting to him and doing what he wants me to do so he can provide for me. And then he's going to submit to me. And I say, yeah, that's exactly what mortal people without the Bible, that's exactly what every one of these women describe. But they always leave out the actions of total submission, you know? And it's like, it's crazy. Like, women are not dumb. We know you're not dumb. That's why we get so mad at you, is when you pretend. So I tell her the definition and everything, and she's like, yeah, that seems about right. And it was just so, it was a good thing. And that's why I tell you, wolves, what you really want is not gonna always come in the package you wanted. Was she one of the most attractive women I've seen out here? No. Was she attractive enough? Yes. But that mind, you know, that like when they say, listen to a woman speak, she'll reveal herself. You know what a good woman sounds like, and you know what a bad woman sounds like, and it doesn't matter if they speak slang. It doesn't matter. No, it's what they talk about and how they do it. You know, they are good. And a lot of men, they give up their wife because she don't look a certain way. Spend most of your life struggling, wondering why. Because you don't have your backbone, dog. Like, you're Goku, dog. You're trying to make a spirit bomb to fight against the world. You get it? And she's the only one that's going to give you your energy to make it. You and her. And all your little friends. And we're stupid enough to think we can make that spirit bomb on our own. Because some men do. But they only make a physical one, you know? Life is meant to have yin and yang. And it's like, I'm glad I always knew, but didn't have the right words to describe why I want a woman. Because it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be. People think the chances of finding people, because there's so many more people, is greater. But it's really not. The more options you have, the less chance you have to pick. Can't date everybody. And everybody don't want to date you. You know? And even if you do, not everybody's gonna stay. So, I think people need to start worrying about picking their partners off things that really matter. People say they do, you know, but I don't see it a lot. People are picking people for things to be done. Hey, good morning. How you doing today? My sunshine on a cloudy day. Nice smile. Nice big smile for no reason. What's your black woman would do that. Sound the horns. Hope you guys have a good day. I gotta get to work. I hope you learned something from that short story. I had so many more things to say, especially about that conversation. But, you know, I'm in a rush. All love, all praise to the Most High.